Welcome along to North Harbour Stadium, where the New Zealand Knights and the Newcastle Jets will be kicking off round 11 of the Hyundai A-League. Also, a special welcome to those of you joining us across the Tasman on the Fox network. I'm Dennis Katsanos, with me Mark Alrick. Well, Mark, last time these two sides met, it was Newcastle who came away with that 4-0 victory. Of course, the Knights will be looking to rectify that this evening and also cause the upset.
Well, the last game, I mean, it was a classic game of errors all around the park, and credit to Newcastle, they took their chances and they took them very well. I'm sure the side tonight will be looking to start pretty slowly, not concede as they did last week early in 4 minutes, and just consolidate and then try and get the rhythm back that they need to get into.
Well, also a special meaning behind all these round 11 matches. All the teams have dedicated their games to the tireless work and vision of Johnny Warren, who passed away November 6th last year. And a really nice touch, I thought, Mark, was that they've named the Players' Player Medal after Johnny Warren as well.
Well, it's fantastic, Dennis. I mean, he's an ambassador to the game. And look, he was the only captain at a World Cup for Australia, so he's a legendary man. He was a supporter of the game, and certainly he's well missed.
Well, as we watch the Jets getting off the bus, Richard Money, he has come out to the press and said, we will not underestimate the Knights. All it takes is one goal to spark a Knights revival, and the Jets will work tirelessly to restrict any confidence booster for the Knights.
Well, I think he's going to look after his own side first, Dennis. It's clear. You know, they scraped through to a 1-1 draw last week against Sydney, and he's got to get his own team in shape first before he worries about the Knights. I think if they work hard and get their own set plays in order, then they'll work hard and they'll get things right tonight.
Well, here is the Jets team that will attempt to restrict the Knights. It's stacked with talent. You've got Jade North, Ned Zelic, Ante Milicic, and the man I like to call Mr. Excitement, Nicky Carl.
Well, I'm sure a few of the lads are, it's not to say this, but you know, Ronnie Bull probably be wrapped that he's not playing tonight because he tore him apart in Newcastle. But the key player there is Ned Zelic from the back. He's the captain. He sets play up. He's dominant going forward. He's good on the ball. He's a big lad. He's not overly quick, but he certainly puts the ball in behind for Ante and certainly Carl to get onto and hold the ball up.
Well, as we stroll through the Knights dressing room, even though Lady Luck has gone against the Knights, they will be determined not to concede first this evening.
Oh, without a doubt. But you look at these Neil Emlin's still injured, he's out for a wee while yet, but I'm sure what's going to happen in this change room now is that you've got some young talent and young faces in the squad, and the older players, experienced players, will try to get the young lads working hard. They're fresh, they're keen, they're hungry for the game, and if they can incorporate that with the experience and get things right, I'm sure they've got a chance.
Well, John Adsed's only made a couple of minor changes to the bench with Josh Maguire and Jeremy Brockie. The rest of the side remains the same, mate.
Well, it's great. It's great for the fans. It's great for everybody that they're going to keep the young lads in the side. They've worked hard for their places and kept good players out of the side, which is fantastic. You know, Collett needs a little solid game in there. At the back, left back again. Baisley strong. Back four are the key. Danny and goal. They need to keep the ball out of the back of the net. And obviously at the front, Simon Yeo needs to be the kingpin to look after Chris Bright up front.
Oh, well, let's find out what the latest thoughts are from both the coaches, starting with the Knights coach, John Adsed, who is starting with the same 11.
I am indeed. I think we saw enough out of this side last week, and it's time now. We've gone through one little phase of changing and looking and that, yeah, we'll stay with exactly the same side and give them the opportunity tonight to put two halves together and improve on the performance that they put in last week.
And certainly young Cole Tinkler and Chris Bright have certainly given a lot of energy to the side. I think you probably asked them tonight just to maybe get rid of the little bits and pieces that they give away the ball at certain times and keep possession.
Yeah, I've just been talking to them now, and you know, they've got to get more composed and they've got to grow up, and you know, there's not a long time to mature in this side. You've got to do it very quickly, but Tinkler's had a little bit of time under his belt now, so we're looking for things from him. I've just been talking both to him and young Bright in the dressing room that, you know, Brighty's got to now not accept that he did all right last week. He's now got to look and say to him, I'm deserving of a place every week, and he's got to improve on last week's performance.
We're just worried about ourselves, same as we are week in and week out. We've prepared really hard and really well for this match, and we need the 3 points.
Well, I wish you all the best for tonight.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Well, last time they met, it was the Jets who handed the Knights their biggest loss in the club's short history. Will the Knights redeem themselves this evening, or will history repeat for the Jets? It's time to hand you over to our match commentator, Fred de Jong, as we get ready for kick-off between the New Zealand Knights and Newcastle Jets.
Thank you, Dennis, and welcome to a picture-perfect North Harbour Stadium. Pitch in superb condition, although there is a stiff breeze blowing down the ground from right to left, which will favour the Knights in this first half. Football manager John Adsed will again be looking to the Chris Bright, Simon Yeo combination up front to create problems for a Newcastle defence led by the considerable experience of Ned Zelic. Richard Money, the Newcastle coach, makes 2 changes from the side that picked up a very good point against Sydney last week. Paul Collar, Labino Haliti make way for the 2 20-year-olds, Stuart Musilek and Job Wheelhouse, respectively. And Newcastle will be desperate to pick up the points to keep pace with the competition leaders, Adelaide, sort of just above them on 20 points. So the Knights, from right to left, here's Simon Yeo, his first touch this evening, Ben Collett and Mark Important. Again, that the Knights get a good start this evening.
Without a doubt, Freddie, and certainly the wind is very strong out there. It's a key thing that Danny Hay can push his back 3, back 4 up, nice and tight. Let the midfield work hard together with the front 2. And certainly be strong, firstly in that first 20 to half an hour in the game, just to consolidate, Freddie, as last week conceded early on.
Yes, it's been a real feature and a negative feature for the Knights, the fact that they've conceded goals so early in the matches and just allowed the opposition teams to settle. So important they don't concede early and build on the good first half they dished out last week. Ned Zelic there, commanding figure at the back for the Newcastle Jets. Here's Josh Rose trying to get the better of Jade North. Joe Wheelhouse loses the ball. Yeo, Collett sends it into the box. Maya, nice interplay. Caravella with the shot. Nice play from the Knights. So straight away the Knights looking to pass the ball around, looking to pass quickly, and the opportunity fell to Zen and Caravella.
Yeah, it's a wonderful start, and it's a great piece of confidence for these young lads as well. Nice little touch there from Chris Bryde, and a great little run by Caravella. Just failed to keep that ball down. Very difficult sometimes when you're playing with the wind, you try and overhit the ball.
Hay with the free kick on halfway. Looking at the heart of the Newcastle defence to deliver the ball. Probably looking for Chris Bright. Just overhit. And as you say, Mark, the wind be a key factor. You'll probably see the Jets trying to keep the ball on the ground. And for the Knights, they'll be looking for a bit of distance, especially with their clearances.
Definitely, I think it's a case too, Freddie, when you're playing up front in the wind, it's certainly the key player is the player, the runner off the ball. The ball gets knocked in the air, and if Yeo gets a flock on, the ball's going to travel very quickly going forward. Chris Bright's got pace, needs to read Yeo very early on, just to try and get on the end of things, slow the ball up, or if not, get a shot on target.
So referee Matthew Breeze again finds a foul in favour of the Knights. Cole Tinkler this time, looking for Bright, again over the top. And again the ball rolls over the goal line. Chris Bright getting the nod again from coach John Adshead. Combination up front with Simon Yeo. Bright the target man, Yeo the runner. Will be looking for that to deliver. Maya goes in. Yeo. Ball falls for Rose. Looking to put the ball in behind for Yeo again. This didn't come off. Now Newcastle. Mateo Corbo. And just a querying glance from the referee across to the linesman on this side, checking that Danny Milosevic didn't catch that one out of his area.
It could have been a nervous moment there when the young lad from Barnett was sent off against Manchester United.
Yeah, it wasn't a good start in that particular instance. It's Caravella. full of energy again. Back to Tinkler, getting himself in a bit of bother. Across to Danny Hay. Calm as you like. Just plays the ball around the two Newcastle attackers. And Maya gives it up cheaply. And all the way back to Liam Reddy. Chris Bright working hard up front for the Knights, putting pressure on the defence. Newcastle play it out through Jade North. Nick Carl popping up in midfield, and we'll see him do that a lot this evening. Nick Carl plays up front, but drops deep into the midfield to pick up the ball on many occasions. And his instrument in setting up a lot of the Jets' attacks.
Yeah, and that's when the communication needs to be very well organised, because he moves around the park.
Here's Ante Milicic, nice back heel. Here's Nick Carl, tries to set it back, and a great save from Milicic. But that combination, Ante Milicic and Nick Carl, almost paying dividends.
Well, the movement once again, great, held the ball up well here. Great little turn, wonderful little back heel, and that man, he moves all over the park. Wonderful outside of the left foot.
So, corner for the Jets. Carl swings it in, off the bar. Milicic came and didn't make it. So again, questions asked of the Knights' defence off a set play. And two excellent chances for the Jets in the first 10 minutes.
Well, you can turn around and save ready. That was, in actual fact, was bad finishing by the Knights.
Yes, a clean header inside the 6-yard box. I think Jade North will be ruining that one. Also, Ante Milicic, you'd expect to score from that opportunity. So the Knights lucky not to be behind. And again, patient build-up by the Jets here. Tinkler. Here's Milicic. Tinkler back to his keeper. Difficult for Milicic on his left foot. Now Collett looking for Yayo. Putting pressure on Ned Zelic. Nice play from Ned Zelic.
Well, wonderful ball delivered. Just that glancing header for it. He just needed to touch it downwards. Maybe that wind just held the ball up for him. But certainly on his own, had a clear opportunity to put the Jets 1-0 up.
Yes, free header for Jade North. And as you say, it was a good run. Here's a chance for Yayo. Again, he takes a snapshot early, trying to catch Liam Reddy unawares. Fails to get a shot on target.
Yeah, it was a wonderful touch from Yayo though, but a couple of weeks ago he did exactly the same thing. He's just taken that snapshot, dragging the ball across the face of goal.
Good challenge from Tinkler. Rose keeps it in. Over the top, Yayo again with Ned Zelic. And the pressure pays off. Ned Zelic not happy. Only gets pushed in the back. But the Knights have a corner.
Yeah. Just wonderful pressure. I mean, Ned Zelic is a wonderful player, but he's not overly mobile.
It's good pressure from Simon Yayo. Knights have a corner. Swung in. Headed clear. No real pressure on the delivery there from the Knights. Here's Caravella. Maya trying to twist out of trouble. Picks up another corner for the Knights. Good early pressure. And the Knights convert it into goals. Delivered in. Flicked on at the near post by the Jets. turn. But equally a well-timed tackle from Tinkler. But again, that ball into the strikers, failing to find their mark. Johnson, bad pass from Johnson. Chance for Chris Bright. Doesn't get a hold of it, and Liam Reddy gets down to save. But again, the Knights feeding off the problems and the errors from the Jets. Here come the Jets. Here's Carl. Carl, nice ball in. Wheelhouse. Milosevic gets down at the other end.
Well, it talks about Ned Zelish not being overly mobile. Once again, there's a half turn. Chris really failed to get hold of that shot on target. Just a little side foot, made him need to drill the ball firmly along the ground. Just didn't get enough on it.
And here's the Knights. Good play from Chris Bright. Steve Fitzsimmons trying to drill that one across the face of goal. Just completely misconnects. But good work from the youngster Chris Bright. As you say, Mark, probably could have just given it the last chance he had, just given a lash.
Just absolutely wonderful energy, and everybody's feeding off it. Fitzsimmons there possibly could have the opportunity just to strike the ball on target, rather than trying to square the ball, make the keeper, maybe parry things down.
So both keepers been busy in the first 15 minutes. Still scoreless though. Bright trying to put pressure on Reddy. Here's Collett with Wheelhouse. Wheelhouse down the line, delivers it in. Baisley flicks on. The ball came off Nick Carl. It fell kindly for Danny Hay. Again, good work from Joe Wheelhouse, getting the better of Ben Collett there to get this cross in. See the results from the Knights, the form of the two sides. The Knights, 3 losses, 7 goals conceded, 1 goal scored. Oh, nice play from Nick Carl through the legs. Here's Wheelhouse. Good work from Caravella to get back. But again, the skills of Nick Carl to the fore. Nice touch from Bright. That's the danger of Nick Carl. Even when you think you've got him pegged in the corner, he'll come up with something special, make that little extra bit of space. Something for the Knights to be wary of. Here's Carl again. And then Newcastle. In a good patch of form, wins against Adelaide, Central Coast Mariners, and then a very creditable draw last week against Sydney FC. So it'll be a difficult match for the Knights. Here, chance coming forward. The Jets shooting opportunity into the side netting. Mateo Corbo coming out of defence, and he rifles that shot.
Yeah, it's a wonderful pass and great vision. Darren Baisley just tucked inside to cover Danny Hay. Fortunate enough for Danny Milosevic, the ball hits the side netting, but the ball was given away there in the midfield for Eddie, and that's where opportunities break free. Too many players, congested, communication needs to be stronger in there.
Yes, the Knights guilty of giving up possession too close to their own goal. Trying to play out from the back, and as you say, Mark, those balls into the midfield, putting the ball at risk, and then having quick counter-attacks. We saw that last week, the way the transition from the Central Coast Mariners out from defence into attack was excellent. Here's Corbo again. Nick Carl drops deep, but this time the ball doesn't find its mark. Bright looking for Yayo. And Alan Picken finds Corbo as an outlet. Oh, nice move. And Corbo continues his run. Carl. Johnson going in hard. Richard Johnson playing the ball quickly. Corbo looking for Matt Thompson. And again, the long ball into the strikers for the Knights. Just not finding their targets. And easy for the Jets to build up. Here's Milicic, well harried by Caravella. Tinkler dropping off a bit deep, just allowing too much defence there. Here's Colt Tinkler, now he's behind the man. And it's 1-0 to the Jets. Ante Milicic takes the opportunity, dragged Colt Tinkler out of position, doubled back round, got a great through ball, and plants the ball in for the Jets.
Here's the man, Nick Carr, wonderful touch. A piercing little pass through between the two defenders, and what a wonderful finish. Here's the touch, come off his right foot, beautiful little touch, nicely, timely, weighted pass, leaving Danny Milicic stretched on the ground. 1-0 to the Newcastle Jets.
Here's just on 20 minutes gone, and the Knights find themselves behind again, but you could see Ante Milicic just worked that one out. He dragged Colt Tinkler deep to open up a space behind the defence. And he ran short and then double back round, picked up the through ball. Just excellent, excellent striking play. Now the Knights. Can they equalise quickly, just as they did last week? Josh Rose with the free kick. Danny Hay, the big target up front, hit hard and low. Caravella.
Well, it's a disappointing delivery. You've got a natural left footer, Ben Collett on one side. Josh Rhodes travels across the park to use his not his favoured foot, underhits the delivery. And Zenon Caravella struggled there to keep the ball down.
It's Carl. Putting pressure on the defence. Full control by North. But he gets the ball again. Here's Milicic in behind the defence, looking for someone to cross to. Missed by Danny Hay. The ball bounces over, and that's 2-0. Poor defending from the Knights, and they've been made to pay. And Ante Milicic turns from scorer to provider.
Well, just a piece of class down the right-hand side. Poor Colt Tinkler's been taken to the cleaners. Wonderful delivery in, and just unfortunately not cleared enough. It's fought nicely for Matt Thompson. Drives the ball very, very strongly, which took a reflection off Darren Baisley, leaving poor old Danny Milicic standing, wondering what went on.
Yes, Matt Thompson, his second of the season. And the second for the Jets this evening. So it's very much a sense of deja vu from round 4. Yeah, the Knights found themselves 3-0 down at half-time. It's important they regroup quickly. Here's North. Newcastle content just to play the ball in and around, then look for that long raking diagonal ball, trying to open up the defence. Here's the ball across from Ante Milicic. Clearance was missed by Danny Hay. Baisley couldn't block the ball, and Matt Thompson with the deflection puts it over the top of Danny Milicic. And Milicic's goal was his 4th of the season, so he's moving up the goal scoring tally as well. As Zenon Caravella gets forward, waiting for the run from Collett. Here it is, Collett. It's bundled over by Jade North. Referee not interested. And Maya. Again they lose out. Here's Zelic. Now the Knights through Josh Rose. Picks out Chris Bright. Nice ball. Chris Bright. Placed by Picken. Looks for the shot. Bright. Just over the top of Liam Reddy's goal.
Well, lovely composure from the young man. Takes a look at Yeo on his left-hand side, realises he might play him in an offside position. Just decides to just try and dink one over the top of Liam Reddy. A couple of yards back, he might have been in luck. Great initiative from the young man.
Yes, and also given he's got a strong wind behind him. Nice play from Wheelhouse there. Held off his defender, outside of the foot. Muslik over to Corbo. Again Muslik will dink over the top, Nick Carl. Muslik carried on the run. But the Knights, they're defending too deeply here. There's a big gap between the front and the back. And it's allowing the Newcastle Jets just to play in and around through the midfield. The gaps between the lines just too wide.
Certainly a timing thing, Freddie. When your midfield are going to support your front two, they need to make sure that everybody goes together. The Knights have been caught out a few times when Amaya's gone forward. Caravella, Rose have all been caught out going forward and struggled to get back. Certainly isolating Carl into wide positions, leaving him free to run at players.
Again, the ball over the top. Too strong for the attacking Jade North. And now the referees picked up a late challenge by Chris Bright on Ned Zelic. And it's the first yellow card of the evening. Goes to Chris Bright.
Big Ned's just lined up to knock that ball into the channel. Well, the foot was up, but might have been just a slight touch on top of the big toe. Certainly the referee has certainly seen the studs in the ear. Straight away offering the yellow card to Chris Bright.
So North with the free kick. Baisley battling away. Ball sent into the middle. And cleared by Collett. But again, a nervous moment for the Knights. Failed to handle the cross. Here's Wheelhouse. North. Danger, still not cleared. Thompson. Referee getting in the way of Nick Carl. To the relief of the Knights players. Again, Caravella and Chris Bright working away. They're doing it in ones and twos and not as a group, the Knights. And it's allowing the Newcastle players just to play past them and around them. So ready, he'll launch this one. Long, deep ball. Wheelhouse and Collett. Wheelhouse, too much pace for Collett. Wheelhouse squares it. Another chance for the Jets. And it's 3-0. Ante Milicic picks up his second of the evening. And the Knights already, 25 minutes gone, find themselves 3-0 down. And it was just a matter of too much pace from Joe Wheelhouse.
Yeah, just purely, the ball's over the top, over Collett, and purely pace here. Wonderful delivery, looks up, picks out a spot. And that's a great touch, great composure, and what a wonderful finish.
Yes, Ante Milicic finishes off. Great work from Wheelhouse. As you say, Mark, good first touch. And just the real striker's finish.
Just a wonderful combination for Eddie. Players are knowing what runs to make. They're getting down the wide nice and quickly. They're crossing balls, they're looking up, they're picking out their own players, and the touch in front of the goal tonight is absolutely exceptional.
There's too much movement at the moment for the Knights. They're finding themselves really on the back foot. And again, they give the ball up cheaply, and the Jets have numbers forward. And now what you've got with a 3-goal cushion so early in the match, the Jets players all looking to get forward, and it'll make it very difficult for the Knights players. Have to get some shape into their game. Here's Rose. Back to Tinkler. And Maya. Strike from Simon Yeo on the turn. Always looking to shoot Simon Yeo. That time on the turn, on the edge of the box. Just couldn't get any power into it. The experience there of Ned Zelic, just waited for the ball to come in to Chris Bright, and just a little shove in the back, put pressure on his touch, and the ball bounces away, and again the Jets come away with it. So that's the experience of someone like Ned Zelic. Had a fantastic career.
Experience is leading the side to a comfortable 3-0 tonight.
Yes, and I think the credibility of the league is just getting stronger and stronger. We've seen Melbourne pick up a great sponsorship with Samsung. Obviously also sponsored Chelsea as Nick Carroll goes for the strike. Good save by Milosevic. Gets it on the second attempt. And in news this week that Sydney FC have signed Kazuyoshi Miura, who's probably the best known Japanese player. So he's there for 2 months, and that's purely for the World Club Championships to be held in Japan. So he's going to play about 4 games in the A-League and then the World Club Champs. So Sydney FC really looking ahead at that competition, which comes up later in the season. The Knights looking to get something happening before half-time. Nice ball into Chris Bright. 1-2 Fitzsimmons. Bit of a misunderstanding with Amaya. And just that hesitation enough for the Jets to get a hold of the ball. Johnson, nice first-time ball out to North. Ante Milicic comes short. And again the Jets making the Knights work to regain possession. Just stretching the game, playing from side to side, looking for an opening, and this time to no avail. forward. Here's Milicic. Nick Carl. Again that combination. Wheelhouse. In behind. Nick Carl. Getting in behind Cole Tinkler. Waiting for some support. Nick Carl pulling out all the tricks. Edge of the lot on the goal line. And the header just over the top. Milicic looking for a first half hat-trick. Head in his hands, he knows how close that was.
Wow, just look at this tight control, wonderful skill. Just teasing, ducking and diving, wonderful delivery to the far post. And Ante Milicic there failed just to keep the ball down. Beautiful to watch, Freddie.
Yes, I think very telling stat there at the bottom. Newcastle, 64% possession. And you can see the way they're just content to hold the ball, play the ball around the back, through the midfield, searching for the opening. The Knights having to push on and make something of the game. That'll be offside.
The combinations of 1 and 2 short passes. The third pass goes maybe 15 yards. Then that third, fourth pass goes 15 to 20 yards for that second runner. Very hard to defend against when they're pushing balls forward very quickly and players. Wonderful ball control, wonderful timing and great vision.
Here's Milicic again with a nice turn. Referee playing advantage. Jade North. His run had pulled Ben Collett wide and Wheelhouse was going through the middle. The final ball this time didn't find its man. Baisley. It's a good ball. Simon Yeo drifted out to the far touchline. Simon Yeo getting into the penalty area. Here's Yeo. Again bundled off the ball. Good strong challenge by the Jets. Yeo threatened to open something up in the penalty area.
Yeah, it was a wonderful run. He's cut inside. He's just failed to get that ball under control. He takes the ball inside. Sometimes you show too much ball to the defender. Just gets in front of you. Certainly did on that occasion.
Carl looking to take on Collett again. Again Nick Carl pulls out the tricks to get himself out of trouble. Matthew Breeze looks at his watch and Matthew Breeze blows for half time. And the players make way to the dressing room. This man, Ante Milicic, 2 goals, one in the 19th, one in the 28th minute. Those were split by Matt Thompson, who popped up on the back post. And at half-time here at North Harbour Stadium, it's a convincing 3-0 scoreline in favour of the Newcastle Jets.
Welcome back to North Harbour Stadium. Yes, the Knights trailing the Jets by 3 goals to 0, and we are just being treated to some fantastic interplay on behalf of Newcastle.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the way they've come out, the way they're playing the game, you know, at the moment the Knights have got no answer. And you know, you saw very early on they had a couple of very, very good chances, and they failed to score, but it wasn't long in coming. And they're just pulling the Knights players around. and they're basically tearing them apart.
Well, it was the Jets that launched the onslaught against the Knights, and it was these two men combining Nicky Carl and Ante Milicic, Fred.
Yeah, I mean, this is in the corner. Jay North got up early. Ante Milicic didn't come, and he just rocketed the header against the bar. Here's the first goal. 1-2 with Nick Carl, Ante Milicic, and like we said, he dragged Cole Tinkler, close, and then he just checked back, got him behind him, one-on-one with the keeper, and a finisher like that, he's always going to be odds-on favourite to score. And he turns provider here. Danny Hay makes a bit of a meal of that one, and Matt Thompson on the end of that one.
It would have been tough, 2 goals within 3 minutes.
Yeah, and especially early on again, it was important for the Knights that they didn't concede early, but they've fallen into the same trap. They had a couple of chances. This one, Chris Bright, just hooking it over the top, but probably a real killer blow. This third goal, Job Wheelhouse, too much pace, and he picks out the most dangerous man on the park, and Ante Milicic, he doesn't miss from there.
Just thought it's amazing here, Fred, how he hesitated for a second, made everyone go somewhere, and then hook up. Thank you very much. Puts it away.
I mean, it's just the mark of a quality strike, And I remember Winston Rufer was saying, he got taught by a guy over in Germany. There's a Croatian guy who said, even when all the players, all the pace is going on in the box, just try and take a breath. In all that panic, take a breath and pick your spot.
And that's exactly what he did. And the Jets are leading 3-0. That's pretty much the standout stat of the game, looking at this first page.
And the shots on target there, the Jets are getting their shots on target, and we've seen that. Danny Milosevic had to make a couple of good saves, but he's being exposed.
This is the telltale sign, 67% to the Jets here, Fred.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really do much with 33% possession. Now, it's not rugby, so you've got to have the ball. So, and the Knights, they're suffering because when they get the ball, they're looking long and they're coughing up possession just too quickly. And
it is Ante Milicic doing most of the damage with 4 shots on target.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's a quality player. He was the NSL Golden Boot in the last season, scored 20 goals, 26 games, and he's following on here.
What were your thoughts on the Hyundai A-League dedicating all these matches to Johnny Warren? I thought that was just a really nice touch.
Oh, it was a terrific touch. I mean, Johnny Warren, he was a great ambassador and a real advocate of the game for Australia. He was so down all the time when soccer wasn't a great, didn't have the profile it's got now, and he just worked tirelessly to try and build that profile his whole life.
It was interesting because he named his book Sheila's Wogs and Puftas, which when he first started playing the game, apparently that's what the Australians used to say to him. Oh mate, that game's for Sheila's Wogs and Puftas. That was the name of his book, which is actually a very good read. I don't know if it's available anymore, but just tells you the whole sort of story about Johnny Warren and the game in Australasia.
Yeah, I mean even when I was over there in Aussie, it was wog ball. So, hey, you play wog ball.
Well, one player that's been absolutely outstanding for the Jets, I love calling him Mr. Entertainment, was Nicky Carl. He is just fantastic. A little on the left though, Fred.
Yeah, it's a bit like Maradona, isn't it? It's all on one foot, but hey, what a foot. Look here, he gets in between 2 players, through the legs of Ben Collett, and again, he's just given, this time turns Danny and just lays the ball off again outside of the left foot. You won't see him do that with the right foot. But he's pulling out all the tricks. He's a good player. He was one of the youngest ever players to play in the NSL, and 15, I think he was. He debuted at 15, scored in his debut. So he was, he's been around a while. He's like mid-20s now, but he's a fantastic player.
For the Jets, would you say more of the same, or do you think they might try and even put, excuse the pun, put the afterburners on in the second half?
I think they'll be looking to really go on with the game and make it a real confidence booster. And I think it's important for the Knights that they don't allow that. The Knights just have to come out it's not very PC, but I'd just like to see them start kicking players, start getting in, getting stuck in, and just saying, look, we're not going to go down in a screaming heap here. We're going to show some backbone, just get right in the face of the opposition, and just show some courage. Because at the moment they're happy, content to sit back and getting played off the park.
Well, when we return, we'll see if the Knights will do just that as they trail the Newcastle Jets by 3 goals to 0 at the halfway stage. Welcome back to North Harbour Stadium. The Jets leading the Knights by 3-0. Will we see changes for the Knights? Will we see this young man, Jeremy Brockie, 18 years of age, come out there and score 3 goals for the Knights and level it up and possibly a 4th? He's very, very keen to put one away. Of course, 1982 all white there. Buzzer Mackay looking on. It's time to hand you over to our match commentator, Fred de Jong, as we get ready for kickoff in the second half between the Knights and the Jets.
Thanks, Dennis. Yes, the Knights substitutes, Johnny Tamburis, Jeremy Brockie and Josh Maguire, having a good warm-up in the half-time break. And you wonder how long it will be before Coach John Adshead goes to his bench to try and change things this evening. Find themselves at the wrong end of a 3-0 half-time scoreline, mainly courtesy of this man, Ante Milicic. John Adshead, Tommy Mason, some very stern faces there, as you'd expect. I think there would have been some very stern words said in the Knights dressing room at half-time. Just looking at other matches in the round this evening over in Melbourne. The Melbourne take on the Queensland Roar. Melbourne currently sitting in 3rd place. And then tomorrow, Sydney come up against the Central Coast Mariners, and then on Sunday, final match of the round, Adelaide. The competition leaders will face off against the Perth Glory. So the Knights it is who will get the second half underway. Just waiting for the command from referee Matthew Breeze. Didn't have much to do in the first half. Matthew Breeze, just a single yellow card to Chris Bright. And there's a substitution for the Newcastle Jets. Jobe Wheelhouse has made way to the sideline, and Lebano Haliti comes on and takes up a position on the right-hand side of the Jets midfield. So underway in the second half. And immediately the Knights looking to get forward, looking to force a pace, but can't keep the ball in. And
Hey Tommy, certainly not a great half for you. At half-time, what was said, mate?
No, very disappointing. We've been lightweight throughout, tackles and challenges, getting knocked off the ball, and we've conceded far 2 silly goals.
Certainly it's evident. You've got to get that midfield and the back four pushing forward, getting support to the front 2.
We've talked about squeezing on, and we've said we've got to get into their faces. When we turn over possession, they're right on us, and we've said all along that we need to be squeezing on to them.
Without a doubt, you probably said to the lads, you need to score first.
Obviously, yeah. Now they've got to show some heart, and they've got to show some passion, and they've got to show the supporters that are here that they want to be here and play for the club.
Thanks, Tommy.
here's telling words from Tommy Mason. I think it is important that the Knights side get a lot more aggressive in the second half.
Firstly, wonderful half for you.
Yeah, it was very encouraging. The boys obviously played the ball very well, and yeah, the early passes was a bit too much for obviously New Zealand to handle us a bit.
So Ante's on a hat-trick. If he gets his hat-trick, you're going to pull somebody off, pull him off and put somebody else on, give somebody a run while they're over in New Zealand?
Well, I don't think we'd be that brave to take Ante off after a hat-trick, but we might do that, maybe 10 minutes to go, and he can collect his ball again.
Great, go and enjoy the second half.
Cheers.
So, John Paul DeMarini there, speaking with Mark Elright. So all smiles down on the Newcastle bench, as you'd expect. He's talking with Jean Paul this afternoon, and he did say they were desperate to get the points. They see this as a must-win game in New Zealand against the Knights at the moment. And they see these 3 points just crucial to their campaign, stay in touch with the competition and making sure that they stay in that top 5 for the playoffs. Here's Yayo trying to flick it on to Bright. Oh, nice play for the Jets. And Nick Carl getting a bit fancy on it. Danny Hay breaking out of defence, across the collar. Rose needs some support, needs a striker to help him out. Rose goes on his own, gets past 2. Can't get past the 3rd.
Seems like an awful long time ago.
Yes, it's the first goal for the Knights against Sydney FC. Here's Baisley with the run, Baisley with the shot.
Got experience here, wonderful run inside. Keeps his head down, wonderful strike. Senior players are just trying to make something happen. Taking responsibility. Liam Reddy there was off his line, but the ball just overpowered and over the crossbar.
Yeah, I think you make a good point there, Mark. It's the senior players now. You really need to come out of the closet and perform. Guys like Baisley, Danny Hay, Simon Yeo, they're the players that the coach should be looking for. Really. This time Liam Reddy goes long. Danny Hay with the header. Meyer battling. Nick Carl pops up with the ball. Milicic tries to feed it through the gap. Newcastle. Good wide pass. And the runner, Richard Johnson. Ball still not out of the penalty area. Knights under pressure, chipped. And that's a superb finish. An absolutely superb finish. And that's a terrific hat-trick from Ante Milicic.
This is just the class of the man, the class of the league. These players are brought to the Hyundai A-League. And what a beautiful deft chip over the top. There's his hat-trick. Danny Milosevic left absolutely helpless.
You should be happy with that one, Ante Milicic. Terrific finish there. Saw the keeper off his line. The control just to get the ball down was a peach. And the finish was sublime. So Newcastle, they're repeating the scoreline from round 4. 4 goals to the good. And at the moment, the Knights have no answer. Here's another opportunity. The Jets into the penalty area. Flag's gone up on the far side, and it's a penalty. Linesman made the decision on the far side, indicated, I think it was called Tinkler, handball. And Matthew Breeze got the call, had no hesitation in pointing to the spot. And Ante Milicic stepping up. Can he make it 4 for the evening? Danny Milosevic on the line. Referee just getting players back out of the penalty area. Milicic, Milosevic, and great save, Danny Milosevic.
Well, it might have been a harsh penalty. Yeah, it's certainly a handball. Young Cole Tinkler there, just popped out a hand.
And substitute for the New Zealand Knights, Cole Tinkler it is. And Johnny Tambouris, straight swap into defence. Cole Tinkler just gave up that penalty. It's a handshake from John Adshead. And John Tambouris into the heart of the Knights' defence. Corner for Newcastle, deep to the back post, and too deep. But Milicic looking for his 4th goal, stepping up to the penalty spot. And Ante Milicic guesses the right way. It was at a comfortable height, but it was still a good save.
Yeah, that's a great save, Freddie. I mean, the young lad's given away a penalty. He's now been substituted. It just gives the guys a lift. Johnny Tamboris is going to sit into the centre back with Danny Hay. I'm sure they're going to try and shut up shop. I'm sure John Edson and Tommy Mason have said, well, hey guys, 4's enough. Let's tighten things up and let's get back on the score sheet if we can.
Yes, and I think it's a sign as the Knights come forward through. Josh Rhodes with a shot. Whistles past Reddy's post. I think especially in the league as it is of this sort of calibre, it's the youth players. They can give you that little bit extra, but they can also be a bit inconsistent. And we saw that Chris Bright last week, and Tommy Pondeliak getting the better of him for the 2nd goal. We saw it this evening again. Cole Tinkler giving up the penalty. Luckily it hasn't cost the Knights. Paul Kohler on. Fitzsimmons and Baisley with a bit of interplay. Referee put the whistle to his mouth, decided it wasn't handball. Ball through the gap, and Danny Hay slides back. And denies Milicic's 4th. Yayo. Tamburis working away, and the Jets now should have the opportunity to make the substitution, and it will be Richard Johnson. He just picked up a knock in that last challenge. He makes way for Paul Kohler, so Kohler will just sit into the defensive midfield position as well. Richard Money taking no chances with his players, has the game in the bag.
Also, Fred, it gives the player a good half an hour to get into the game, get the bearings, get used to the greasy pitch now.
Here's Haliti, the new man, Kohler. Not a great first touch. Matt Thompson. Fitzsimmons hasn't really been in the game this evening. Steve Fitzsimmons. Here's Chris Bright with a shot. Caravella, it's opened up in the middle. Simon Yeo with a chance. Pushes it past. It was a well-worked opening by the Knights. Simon Yeo with a rueful shake of the head. He knew that was close. Yeah, the first shot's come in here from young Chris Bright. It's ricocheted back out. Caravella, just a wonderful move outside. Simon Yeo there, just not getting things right on that occasion. Yes, had to take the shot quickly. Just caught the outside of his boot and sliced away at that near post. And it's noticeable now that the Knights really are trying to push players forward. And it's leaving John Tamburis and Danny Hay one-on-one at the back with Labano Haliti and Ante Milicic. It'll be interesting to see as Chris Bright gets the ball, tries to slip it through. Here's Brockie, Jeremy Brockie! Jeremy Brockie scores a goal! He called a goal on Thursday. He said I was going to come on and score, and he's done just that.
Well, the smiles from ear to ear, the youngster to the youngster, Chris Bright plays it through. The continuity of the run from Brockie. Here's the pass through from Chris Bright, ball round the outside of Ned Zelic, and a wonderful finish outside of the right foot. What a night for the young man. Also wonderful for the crowd.
He has certainly given the crowd something to cheer about as Newcastle make their third substitution. Nick Carl coming off. Franco Parisi comes on.
Those are the combinations that you look for in a side. The youngsters play together, train together. On odd occasions, there's been too many individual players trying to make something happen. And the timing and the...
Knight's trying to break forward again. Broken up by Jade North. But straight away, the crowd getting into the game. Haven't had much to cheer about so far. But that goal from Jeremy Brockie certainly raised a few smiles. He's turned 18 last month, Jeremy Brockie, youngest player in the New Zealand Knights squad. Just too late. His 18th birthday, just missed the elections. They didn't vote, I don't think. Well, at least now he can drink legally.
Yeah, he's got a vote of confidence tonight, though, from the crowd.
Here's Baisley looking forward. Aliti. On this near touchline. Keeps his card in his pocket though, does Matthew Breeze. Touched on by Brockie, gets the return. Jeremy Brockie, can he get a second? Brockie into the penalty area. Yes, he can! Three more to go to win the game, Jeremy Brockie. But he's got two already. Terrific effort from the youngster.
And we talked about the combinations. Chris Bright, a 1-2, the pace, kept his eye on the ball, and what a beautiful finish. Little touch into the penalty area, picks his spot. Well, look at my name, he says, look at my name.
So the Knights with their tails up, putting a bit of pressure on this Newcastle team. So still a long way to go to claw a result. But Jeremy Brockie certainly has made his impact.
Well, there's certainly an opportunity now for the first time, I guess, in the league, with possibility of two players getting a hat-trick in one game.
Jeremy Brockie, 2 goals already. Got his hand up, asking the ball from Danny Hay. Heading towards Chris Bright. Gets beaten out by Picken. Back to Baisley. Yayo trying to slip it inside to Chris Bright. Headed by Tamburis. Here's Haliti. Milicic. Kohler. Cut out by Amaya. And Chris Bright couldn't keep the ball in. But straight away, again, more energy, more urgency from this Knights side. As the Knights make another substitution. Josh Maguire coming on for Naoki Amaya. Again, a straight swap in the midfield. And makes a contribution.
Well, it is also difficult. He's come on, he's got fresh legs. Everybody else is slightly tiring. But when you score 2 goals within a couple of minutes, you find that extra little bit of adrenaline. Just need to be composed now and find players' feet. And certainly try and hit the players in key areas.
Oh, mistake by the Knights. Chance! And Milicic again to the rescue. Remonstrating with his defence. Did well to come out quickly. Danny Milicic cut down the angle. And now, geeing up his teammates.
Well, that was the call just a split second ago to hold on to the ball and play it to feet.
There's Franco Parisi there. Just needed to tuck that one away, put the game beyond doubt. A corner. Again to the back post. Missed by everyone. Controlled by Jeremy Brockie. Just let him down slightly, and Matteo Corbo took it off his foot. Paisley, here's Maguire, drifted out wide right. Maguire running at the defence, goes past Corbo. Maguire into the box. Good positive run from Josh Maguire.
Just didn't realise where he was though, Freddie. He was inside the box, 8 yards out. Goal ladder's beckoning. Just needed to take a shot.
Long throw, Paisley. Attempted overhead from Danny Hay. Here's Danny again. Danny Hay battling away. Paisley pushing in the back. Here's Collett. Needs to get it back into the mixer. Flicked on from Danny Hay, but just not enough pace. And now, chance for the Jets to break out. Good ball. Oh, good sliding tackle as well. Johnny Tamburis comes to the rescue.
Well, promising from the Knights. Collett just pings that ball back into the 18-yard box. And lucky for Liam Reddy, who was on a 6-yard box. Danny Hay just trying to loop the header over.
Yes, he just needed that ball to be drilled in lower, didn't he?
He certainly
Hard
did.
and low.
Hard to get too much on there, Freddie. The Knights guilty of giving away a cheap free kick.
Yes, Steve Fitzsimmons just standing on the back of the legs of Matt Thompson. Just eats away at the time. Thompson it'll be to send this ball into the Knights' penalty area. Out the back. Paul Kohler jumping at the back post. Two minutes of time to be added on. And 2 minutes for the Knights. Danny Hay pushing forward at every opportunity now. Ball sent across, this time by Paisley. Collett with it. He goes wide to Fitzsimmons. He takes on his defender, Steve Fitzsimmons. Appeals for handball, not given. on attack. Parisi. Milicic. Can he finish off with a flourish? Jenny Hay cuts him down. And this should be the last action of the match. Free kick for the Jets. At 25 metres out, centre of the park. Wouldn't be surprised if Ante Milicic takes this one himself. Had a glorious opportunity to put his 4th goal in. Failed to convert. Chip over the top. Wide to Brockie. Dropped off to Hay. Here's Brockie again. Kohler cleaning up. And Matthew Breeze blows full time. And on an evening where Ante Milicic scores a hat-trick, takes him goal tally up to 6, level at the top of the goal scoring table. It'll be a match remembered for some classic goals from that man, Ante Milicic. Terrific display of finishing, but it will also be remembered from the comeback from the Knights via Jeremy Brockie. Came on late in the second half, managed to fashion out a couple of goals, but after all that, it's Newcastle winning 4-2.
Yeah, just down below with Ante Milicic, the hat-trick hero tonight, son. Congratulations.
Happy with a hat-trick, very disappointed with the penalty, and that's just the way I am. But for us, big win, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, overnight, mate, you go second equal, go ahead of Sydney FC, second place, fantastic.
Yeah, we're happy with that. You know, we didn't go that well as we planned at home, but on the road now it looks like it's suiting us, and to pick up you know, maximum points here, you know, puts us in good stead for Melbourne next Friday.
Well, good luck for that one next week. Go with your teammates and have a good night.
Okay, thanks, appreciate it.
Yes, true striker Ante Milicic scores a hat-trick, not happy that he missed a penalty. Probably will rue a couple of misses early on in the match as well. But 3 in a match is a good haul. And as I said, takes him to the top of the goal-scoring ladder, along with Stuart Petrie and Archie Thompson. And with Jeremy Brockie is Mark Elric.
Jerry, mate, lost the 3 points tonight, but I see the smile on the face. Mate, how's it feel?
Oh, it feels great to get my first goal underway, and I just came on and had to try and make a point, try and prove myself. And yeah, I'm happy with the way I played, but disappointing about how the result went.
Certainly is, mate. You're happy with the first goal, but hey, what about the second one?
It was a bit unbelievable. I was surprised to get the first one, and when that second one went in, I didn't know how to feel.
Yeah, no, it's disappointing, mate, when you get beat, but when you come on as a sub, score 2 goals for a professional side, how are you feeling, mate? Oh, give us a big smile.
Oh, unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable.
Go and see your teammates. Well done.
Yes, the smile says it all from Jeremy Brockie. He's a happy lad. Remember this night for a long time. But in the final analysis, the game we remembered where the Newcastle Jets have prevailed over the New Zealand Knights by 4 goals to 2.